Hello there, it's Sandy, and I will not be painting oceans today, but I wanted you to see that I heard you. You asked for oceans, and I am delivering. Tuesday, you're going to get to see oceans in both a real-time small painting and then a more detailed, larger one that's going to be sped up. So look for that on Tuesday. But today I had news that was so exciting, I couldn't wait. And it was also so exciting that I wrote everything down. You're going to see me reading everything to you because I was worried I would go on for 2 hours and I didn't want to do that to you. But in addition to today's video, I'm also going to invite you to Open Studio this afternoon at 2 p.m. Pacific on the 21st of June, because I'm going to talk about this more, answer questions, and brainstorm some more with anybody who shows up at that. The Zoom call is free, and it is my regular Open Studio Zoom call, so I'm also going to start off the call with a little bit of alcohol marker work. In the Tremendous Sketches class, while I was recording the voiceover, I realized I had screwed up one of the backgrounds and wanted to fix it, so I'm doing that in the Open Studio Zoom call. It's free. You can join in on that, and then we'll talk about what's in this video today. You can ask questions. We can brainstorm. I'm so excited. Let's get going. Hey, I want to talk to you about my crazy plans for July. I always get excited about World Watercolor Month, and I'd like to invite you to participate in some of the ideas that I'm going to be trying out. It's not all watercolor, just so you know. There's community building through art pods, there's charity work, there's fundraising, along with a very direct way that you can use your artistic talent in any medium to bless a child. And there's also a contest for kids. Yeah, I know that's a lot. So let's start with the community building portion. I know that far too many people sit in their own workspace and create without any kind of real art community around them. You might see something online, but you can feel disconnected from that. And it can feel intimidating to step out to find a sketch group or a plein air group or something, or even to locate somebody near you who is a maker of any kind. And since we have a large community at ArtVenture, I want to try something that I hope will help. At ArtVenture, my community on the Mighty Networks app, there's a feature where you can search for members near you. And I'd like to start connecting people near each other to facilitate some new friendships through both meetups and swaps. So I'll create a text chat for any group of 3 to 5, even a few more people who want to be part of a group. And you'll organize your own group at ArtVenture, and we're going to call them pods. And nobody has to expose their phone number or their email to a stranger when we do it through ArtVenture. What are these chats for? Well, one, to get to know each other. You can share as much or as little as you like. You can share your art with each other. Number 2, you can organize a local outing. I won't decide what you choose, so it'll be among your group to figure out what to do and when. I'm encouraging a July meetup during World Watercolor Month of some kind. And it doesn't have to be watercolor related, but it could be for meeting for coffee. It could be going to an art store together or a gallery, or go sketching, or if you're all crafters, get together and make some cards. Go to a local art class, just something to get together with other humans so we can have that human touch. And in August, I'd love to share photos of your art pod out there doing fun things. Number 3 is to swap bookmarks. Every once in a while, I host a swap, and this time it's bookmarks, because beautiful bookmarks are wonderful things that you can take with you on vacation, tucked inside a juicy novel you're going to read on the beach. Or if you're an e-reader, you could save these instead to give them as holiday gifts to people who do read physical books, because some people still do that. Number 4, doing some charity work, because every year during World Watercolor Month, I fundraise for the International Child Art Foundation, and there's a bookmark project that goes along with that. There is a post at ArtVenture that explains all the details about art pods, and as questions come up, I'm going to add more information to that. So if you have questions, I will continue to edit that and add more details. If you're already part of a real-life group, you do not have to join ArtVenture and create a pod in order to be a real-life pod. You're already doing it. But you can do some of these activities that I'm talking about with your group and still send in pictures, because I just love to see people out there, I don't know, in real life meet space, out there physically with each other doing art things. And if you join one of these pods and you decide it's not really for you, then you can easily be removed from it. Nobody's going to get insulted by it. Just say the word and I will remove you from the Art Pod chat. Now let's get to the July fundraising and fundraising. The charity International Child Art Foundation, or ICAF, is one that I and my community have supported for many, many years during World Watercolor Month in July, raising thousands of dollars to help kids make art. This year, ICAF lost their grant from the National Endowment for the Arts because their goal of helping children make art doesn't align with the president's priorities for America. It's so heartbreaking that grown-ups don't support kids and their art, and losing a small but vital grant for ICAF's work is just terrible. But we as adult artists can help stand in the gap for the kids, and there are several ways you can help. Number one, you can take a class. As always, I'm donating a portion of my classes from now until the end of July to the cause. In the past, it was just watercolor classes, plus I'd offered a discount for you. But this year, since the need is greater, all classes will now be included in the fundraiser, and instead of just giving $1 for that class to ICAF, I'm going to give the entire percentage to ICAF because they really need it more. So all you need to do is take a class, sign up for any class in any medium, and know that you're helping. Number two, you can purchase the new printable images that were just uploaded for this particular cause. 100% of the proceeds will go to ICAF during June and July. One of the sets is all artist animals, and they're really cute. They come both as a set of bookmarks on one page, as well as individual images so you can resize them for your projects, for cards, or other things as desired. The other set is robots, and they are just available as bookmarks because they were drawn that way. And if you'd like to just give an amount, you have a dollar amount in your head you would like to provide for ICAF through our fundraiser and add to our total, you could just purchase a couple of those to add up to the amount you'd like to give. But if you would like to get a receipt for your taxes, then go to icaf.org and make your donation there and just let me know what to add to our total for our group fundraiser. Number three, you can purchase a piece of my art. Everything on Sandy Allnock Fine Art will be generating 10% to ICAF. So go shop for something that you might need for yourself or as a gift. And number four, you can get some swag. They have over at the World Watercolor Month website some zipper pouches and mugs with my art on them, as well as many other artists. And those proceeds will also go to ICAF. There's a more tangible way that we can help as well. Since we're having a bookmark swap in July in the pods, I asked ICAF if we could make art bookmarks for them to give to the kids that they serve as an encouragement to the littles to keep on making art. And they said yes. They assemble goodie bags for the kids aged 8 to 12 who are going to come to the 7th World Children's Festival in the summer of 2026 on the mall in DC. And our bookmarks will go in those goodie bags for the 500 kids. Plus, I'll be attending the event and teaching. In the spring, we'll talk more about how you can come and help as well, because I'm going to need a lot of assistance. Maybe I'll do some other local art events for adults in the same time frame. Who knows what's going to happen? Stay tuned for that. But let's talk about what we're looking for in the bookmarks for the kids. It's a little complicated. There's some stuff just for children who want to participate, as well as adults who want to participate. First is art bookmarks by kids. At Art Dash Classes, we're going to be holding our own contest among children 12 and under who send in bookmarks to send to the festival. Anything goes, whatever theme, size, and medium the kids like. It just has to work in a closed book. So nothing sticky, nothing goopy, that sort of thing. Kids should sign their art with their first name and age only, and entries for that, if they want to be in the contest, need to be in by July 31st. The winners will be announced in September after a panel of professional artists will select the winners. What are the prizes? Art supplies. So if you are a business or you know a business who would like to help out by providing some materials for children, please have them contact me. For art bookmarks by adults, let's make the children served by IAF at the festival feel really special. Imagine owning your first piece of real art from a grown-up artist at the age of 8 to 12. I would love it if they were still using these bookmarks when they're 20 years old. So with that, let me give you some guidance. And all of this is in the PDF, by the way. First off, it needs to be handmade. It would be so lovely for every single one to be created by hand and unique. Any medium is fine. Doesn't matter what. Doesn't have to be watercolor because it's World Watercolor Month, but nothing store-bought, no digital prints of your art. Each one needs to be done by hand. Number 2 is themes. While they can be childlike because the recipients are age 8 to 12, think about creating something that they might still find inspirational when they're 15 years old, 20 years old, 30 years old. Something that will encourage them even later in their lives. And it should go without saying, but I'm going to say no religious or political themes, please. For 3, do your best. Nothing is perfect, and kids need to know that. But let's use our good materials for them and take our time. Quality over quantity. We have plenty of time to get these bookmarks finished. Number 4 is the size. If your bookmark measurement is 2¼ by 6½, I will slip it myself into a plastic sleeve and add a ribbon because you're going to be mailing them to me. If you'd like to purchase your own bookmark sleeves, then feel free to do that and make yours a size that will fit whatever sleeves you purchase. You can attach a matching ribbon or a tassel to yours, or I will add a ribbon when it gets here and gets put into one of the sleeves. The reason I want to do sleeves is because these kids are going to be outside. They're going to have come from other booths where there's paint and chaos. And if they get their stuff out of their goodie bag, I want their bookmark to be preserved, so we want to put it in a plastic sleeve. Number 5, nothing really bulky, no big heavy embellishments because they're going to go in these sleeves and you don't want them to be super thick. And number 6, this one's important. Write an encouraging message onto the back of it, written to the child artist. Write it in clear printing, not in cursive. No religious or political messages. Again, there are some suggestions for the kinds of messages you might include in the PDF, so you can see what those are, and then you'll sign it with your first name and your hometown only. You don't want personal information exchanged. Nobody's going to get back to you to say what they thought of your bookmark. Number 7, you'll postmark the bookmarks mailed to me by August 31st. So you have an extra month to get these done. And I will send them all in one big box over to IAF when they're all here together. That's going to save their staff the time of having to open up a gajillion envelopes. So see the PDF for lots more instructions on all of this. Do you need some ideas? I got your back. Remember I said I created some printables that are fundraisers during June and July? Well, you can get one of those. There's one that's artist themed, so it's animal artists. And you get not only the JPEGs of individual ones, so you can use them for cards, for other things, but there's also a PDF that has them sized for bookmarks. So you can just color them. And for mine, I colored in entire scenes and went a little crazy on it. You don't have to get that crazy. But there are some ideas in the PDF as well for that one. The other set is just robots, just fun robots that are reading themed. Now I want to ask that no one just print out dozens of pages of these to slap color on and call it done and send in hundreds and hundreds of the animal artist or the robot bookmarks. Because what I'd like to see is when those 500 children open their goodie bags and they compare what they got with what their friend got, every single one will be different. For them to realize there's an adult out there that cares about them and their artwork. One more thing I haven't discussed yet is that I have a whole page at art-classes.com all about everything going on. And I've tried to subdivide it into sections so you can find what you need to know. One thing that we have not yet talked about is the Wednesday Zoom calls, because I'm going to be doing free Zoom calls on Wednesdays. If you're not able to come to those, you can just buy it as a class and get all those replays. Totally cool, because 100% of those funds are going to be donated to IAF during July, because these aren't happening in June. They're starting in July. So each week, join in the Zoom call for free. You can paint along, get yourself set up with a bookmark taped off piece of paper, and we'll do something with one of the prompts from World Watercolor Month. Now, these are not all going to be appropriate for the children's bookmarks to donate for the kiddos, because I'm not sure espresso is something that I can come up with an idea for that kids would be interested in. So we're going to just look at these in terms of fun bookmark designs in general. So you can RSVP over at Art Venture and find out exactly what time these things are in your time zone. But they're listed here in Pacific time zone, which is mine, because I have to have my brain wrapped around when I have to be online for these. So you could purchase the class and donate that $25, the full amount, to IAF for the kids, and then learn how to make some bookmarks too. And maybe some of them will be perfectly appropriate for the bookmark collection that we're doing, and you could donate them. But otherwise, you just learned something new and fun. So check out the page for a lot more information. Now remember, the kids' contest deadline is July 31st, as well as the swap deadline for the bookmarks among you and your pod. So that's the earlier deadline, and we're going to give until August 31st for the bookmarks for IAF. They're all going to be sent to me, and over the winter, I will count them and put them in sleeves and everything. If we don't reach our goal of 500, I'll just do another campaign, and we'll make more bookmarks later. So please don't rush. Take your time, make some really beautiful bookmarks for these kids. Make it something that will inspire them for many years to come. Thanks for participating. Links are in the doobly-doo for everything you need to know, and come back on Tuesday and we will paint some oceans. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.